The Sun Sign News Daily Horoscopes are for information purposes only. The Sun Sign News Daily Horoscopes are not intended to replace professional medical, psychological, legal, or investment advice. It is the intention of the author of the Sun Sign News that the daily horoscopes be used in conjunction with one's own common sense and, if warranted, the advisement of a professional and licensed physician, psychologist, attorney, or investment advisor. Welcome to another edition of the Sun Sign News. Today's horoscopic reading is for Thursday, July 13th, 2023, calculated for sunrise, Eastern Standard Time, and beginning with the sign currently occupied by the sun, Cancer. In career matters, it looks like the day begins with some heavy responsibilities and difficult communications. Things improve midday, but by late afternoon, group efforts become stressful. We're rating money matters as inconsequential today, but you do have a lucky hour, and it's from approximately noon to 1 o'clock p.m. Romance is better during the day than in the evening, and it looks like you can totally blow it tonight due to something like jealousy or fixating on some real or imaginary grievance with your partner. If involved in athletic pursuits, morning until about noon could be a little shaky, but after that your strength and agility should be there when you call upon it. Leo. We're forecasting a solid day for your sign in all career matters, and better still if you work creatively, such as practicing an art or act or write or play music professionally, etc. Financially, your sign takes part in the lucky hour between approximately noon and 1 o'clock p.m. But outside of that hour, money matters are not looking very strong at all. Tonight's potential for romantic encounters depends entirely upon your skill in navigating emotional minefields, your partner's and your own. If involved in competitive sports, it's looking like another day with lowered speed and endurance. Virgo. Whether employed or self-employed, if you've been needing a day when you can effectively push for your career objectives and press your will against the world around you, then this is it. Money matters, however, should be regarded as unfavorable, and this is especially the case in regards to any form of gambling or speculation. However, your sign does take part in the lucky hour from approximately noon to 1 o'clock p.m. Romantic matters are looking very good for Virgo today, and according to the stars, your significant other may be in the mood for a night at home. In your athletic pursuits, while most likely not at the top of your game, you should have what it takes to put in a very good performance. Libra. Career matters are favorable for your sign today, and if you've been needing to increase your reputation and credibility with powerful displays of competency and responsibility, then you've got the opportunity now. Money matters are unfavorable throughout the day, and this includes gambling and speculation. If the morning begins with some sort of breakdown between you and your significant other, don't let it set the stage for the day, as it is a temporary astrological influence. Midday, the stars will give you the opportunity to patch things up. If you're involved in competitive sports or any other athletic pursuit, both your speed and agility should be there when you need them, and although your endurance might be off, it looks like you're capable of a crowd-pleasing performance. Scorpio. Today's lucky hour applies to your career matters and hits approximately noon to 1 o'clock p.m. Take advantage of this time because it looks as though, whether employed or practicing a profession or in business for yourself, you might need a little boost, especially in the afternoon to evening when communications have the potential to fall apart. Money matters look pretty good overall, and if seeking a loan, things could come together in the early part of the day. Intimate relations are looking a bit more primal rather than romantic, but so long as your partner is okay with that, well, whatever, right? In athletics, you should do very well today both on your own or as part of a team. In the evening, however, you should guard against strains and sprains. Sagittarius. If your work involves sales, public relations, appearances before the media, or litigation, then today's lucky hour of approximately noon to 1 o'clock p.m. can potentially give you a good career boost. Otherwise, and if none of these endeavors apply to you, the day should still go fairly well. Money matters are still looking a little restrictive, but not as bad as the past few days. With the exception of a possible fumble tonight due to miscommunication, Your sign's romantic potentials are looking really good throughout the day. Romantically, you can pretty much consider the time from approximately noon to 1 o'clock p.m. as your personal happy hour. In sports, team efforts will be more favorable than solo performances, but are still considered overall positive. Capricorn. Today is your turn to put in a really strong performance at work, only to have no one take notice. Every sign of the zodiac gets days like these. Money matters look favorable in general terms. Today's lucky hour, which strikes approximately noon to 1 o'clock p.m., affects romantic matters for your sign. Yeah, that's what we were thinking. Time for a nooner. And tonight, about the only thing that can upend your romantic plans is some untoward display of ego on your part. Astrologically, your sign's athletic performance should be well above average through the early part of the day, but then towards late afternoon and into the evening, the stellar influences could slow you down a bit. Aquarius. In our assessment of the day's stellar influences upon your sign's career matters, while we're not seeing any significant signs of victory or accolades, we are seeing your sign's ability to put in a solid effort and do well with coworkers and colleagues. Money matters are looking strong, and well-considered investments and purchases should be considered favorable. Romantic matters are looking good for Aquarians today overall, and, well, here's one out of left field. Something like a car wash or some other fun physical activity can heat things up for both the single and the attached. If involved in sports or athletic pursuits, your performance should be pretty good today, but in the late afternoon through the evening, you do need to guard against injury. Pisces. This is a power day for career matters for your sign. If you rely upon your creativity or ingenuity in the course of your work, well then, double the positive effects. Money matters, however, are not looking so strong, so use care with spending and take a quick peek at your account so as to make certain everything is as it should be. Romantic potentials for your sign are looking good throughout the day, and yours is one of the signs that has a lucky hour from approximately noon to 1 o'clock p.m. What you do at that time is your business, but we hope you use it wisely. In athletics, while your spirit of competition should be strong, your speed and agility might be a little off today. Aries. Whether employed or self-employed, the day could begin with some aggravation due to an angry phone call or email, or due to confused communications. Your lucky hour in career-related matters is approximately from noon to 1 o'clock p.m. Later in the day, there is the potential for work to interfere with your personal plans, and if employed, for some despotic manager to ride your ass. Personal finances look solid, but there is still an astrological restriction hanging over any financial activity that can be considered speculative. Romantic potentials are looking a bit dull for your sign today, and an evening close to home is recommended. Single rams should consider taking a night off from the hunt. On the upside, if you're involved in competitive sports, you should be able to put in a performance good enough to really piss off the other side. Cheers. Taurus. In career matters, it looks like lots of responsibilities for your sign today. There may also be a need to cover old ground and fix things that were not done properly the first time. In money matters, your luckiest hour is from approximately noon to 1 o'clock p.m. The stellar influences upon your intimate relationships indicate that you should again be taking the lead, and that your significant other will reward you handsomely for the slightest generosity on your part. In athletic pursuits, we're not seeing your sign doing any record-breaking or medal-taking, but instead putting in a good solid performance. Gemini. In matters of career, that whole undue scrutiny and micromanagement thing persists for your sign through today. Money matters and professional financial decisions are where you're likely to shine. Your sign takes part in today's luckiest hour of approximately noon to 1 o'clock p.m., and this lucky hour applies specifically to your money matters. Intimate relationships should get a nice boost from today's planetary positions, and if involved in competitive sports, your performance there should also receive the same stellar boost. If you have enjoyed the audio version of the Sun Sign News, we ask that you give us a thumbs up and even subscribe to this channel if you are so inclined. that will help keep us on the air and delivering a daily dose of cynicism and sarcasm wrapped in a supercharged daily sun sign horoscope. And remember, don't blame us.